I am Pat Gage's AI clone. Pat Gage is the founder of Opportunity Creator. He personally researches and writes every script I share on this channel because the future is moving too fast for anything less than firsthand intelligence. The Opportunity Creator, Pat's real estate company, is the world's first educational and implementation solution to help real estate professionals and organizations get ready for the future of real estate. We help people understand and use AI to their highest advantage in our online courses. Learn more at opportunitycreator.com/courses, because what I'm about to share with you is not coming from some Silicon Valley tech bro or some AI influencer on YouTube. This is coming straight from two of the biggest real estate investment trusts on the planet. Two heavyweight companies in the real estate world. And if you're a real estate investor, whether you're just getting started or you've got a handful of deals under your belt, this should get you really excited or maybe a little nervous. Honestly, maybe both. Here's the thing. The big guys are moving and they are moving fast. And the question I want to sit with you on today is, why aren't you? Now I know. You're probably thinking, Pat, what does some giant right have to do with me and my deal search? And that is a great question, and I'm going to answer it for you. But first, you need to understand what just happened, because this is honestly one of the most significant moves I've seen in commercial real estate in a long time. And here's what gets me. This isn't some press release about what they're going to do someday. This is already done, already deployed, already in motion right now while you and I are sitting here. So if you've been on the fence about whether AI is actually relevant to real estate investing, not just for tech companies, not just for billion-dollar funds, but for investors like us, stick with me. Because by the end of this video, I think you're going to see things a little differently. All right, let's get into it. All right, so let me set the scene for you. Two companies, both giants. First, we've got Welltower. That's a REIT, a real estate investment trust out of Toledo, Ohio. They are one of the biggest players in healthcare real estate in the country. We're talking senior housing, medical office buildings, and outpatient facilities. Massive operation. Then we've got Public Storage. And, Public Storage, right? Those orange and white buildings you drive by on the highway. They are the largest self-storage REIT in the entire United States. Huge name, huge portfolio. Now, here's where it gets interesting. Welltower just announced that it is licensing its proprietary AI and data science platform, the one it's been building internally since 2016, to Public Storage, and not just any version of it. A customized, bespoke version built specifically around how Public Storage operates and where they're looking to grow. And folks, this is the first time Welltower has ever licensed this platform to anyone outside of their own organization. Let that sink in for a second. Why does that matter? Because it tells you something. It tells you that this technology works well enough that another billion-dollar company is willing to pay for it. And not just pay for it, build their entire capital deployment strategy around it. Now, I want to be clear, both of these companies are enormous. We're not talking about a startup or some experiment. Welltower has deployed over $80 billion in capital through this platform since 2016. 80 billion. That's not a pilot program, folks. That's a proven machine. And Public Storage, they've already been building their own data science operation on the operational side, things like revenue management, demand forecasting, and customer behavior modeling. So both companies come to the table with serious data firepower, and now they're combining forces. That's the setup. Now, let me tell you what this platform actually does, because that's where it gets really good. All right, so what does this AI platform actually do? And how did it change the game for Welltower? Okay, let me break this down in plain English, because this is where you're going to start connecting the dots to your own investing. Welltower's CEO, a guy named Shank Mitra, he came out and said something that I thought was really honest and really smart. He basically said, look, real estate has historically been a local gut feel industry, and it's proven to be one of the most unscalable businesses out there. And you know what? He's right. I mean, how many of us have made a decision on a deal based on our gut? I know I have. We all have. That is literally how this industry has operated forever. You drive the market, you talk to brokers, you get a feel, right? It's very much a relationship instinct driven game. But Welltower decided to change that. Starting back in 2016, they started building a platform using machine learning, deep learning, and artificial intelligence. And here's the key: they didn't just train it on random data, they trained it on decades of actual, real, proprietary performance data from their own portfolio. Real numbers, real deals, real outcomes. And what happened? They compressed the time from finding a deal to actually closing it, and from 5 to 9 months, folks, and down to a few weeks. A few weeks. That is a massive, massive difference. Think about how many deals you've missed because someone else moved faster. Think about how many opportunities slipped away while you were still crunching numbers. Now, the customized version that Public Storage is licensing, it uses something called supervised and unsupervised learning. Don't worry, you don't need to know the technical details, but basically it helps them pinpoint the specific micro markets, neighborhoods, and zip codes with the highest return and growth potential, not based on gut feel. Based on math, that's the edge. That is the competitive advantage these companies are building. Right now, okay, now here's where I want to get real with you. And this is just my personal take. Take it for what it's worth. Look, I get it. You hear words like machine learning, your deep learning, and artificial intelligence, and your eyes start to glaze over. I hear you. Totally get it. This is not a coding class. Nobody's asking you to become a data scientist here. I am certainly not one. But here's the thing that I can't shake. And I want you to really hear this because I think it matters. If the biggest players in the real estate game, companies that have deployed $80 billion in capital, companies that own thousands of properties across the country, if they are using AI to find deals faster, underwrite smarter, and pinpoint the best markets before anyone else does, what is stopping you from doing even a small version of that? I'm not saying you need to build a platform like Welltower. Obviously not. You don't have that budget. I don't have that budget. That's not the point. But what if you use just one AI tool, just one, to help you find a better deal? What if it helped you underwrite a property in half the time? What if it helped you analyze a submarket in 10 minutes instead of spending a whole weekend on it? Would that not be helpful? Because here's what I genuinely believe. And I've been saying this for a while now. The investors who figure this out first, even on a small scale, are going to have a real competitive edge over those who are still doing everything the old way. And eventually they're going to be on the other side of your deals. They're going to see the opportunity before you do. They're going to move faster. And you're going to wonder how they keep finding the good stuff before you even knew it was available. The window is open right now, but it won't be open forever. That I can promise you. Click the link in the description to learn more about the AI tools Pat offers. All right, folks, let's bring it home. Here's my challenge to you. And I want you to actually do this, not just nod along and then go back to what you were doing. This week, just this week, I want you to identify one thing in your investing process that you wish were faster or easier. Maybe it's finding deals, maybe it's underwriting, maybe it's figuring out which markets to focus on, maybe it's just putting together a summary for a potential investor. Pick one thing. Check out the AI underwriting tools on Pat's website at opportunitycreator.com/courses. Because here's what I know for certain: the journey of 1,000 deals starts with one step. And the investors who will be dominating this space 5 years from now, they're already taking that step today. Look, Welltower didn't build its platform overnight. They started in 2016, one piece at a time. And now they've got a machine that's deployed 80 billion and compressed deal timelines from months to weeks. You and I are not Welltower, but we can be smarter, faster, and better than we were last year. And that's really what this is all about. All right, drop a comment below. I want to know, are you using any AI tools in your investing right now? What are you using? What are you curious about? Let's get a conversation going. If this video was helpful, smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and I will talk to you guys very soon. Check out the AI underwriting tools on Pat's website at opportunitycreator.com/courses. Rock and roll. Let's go get some deals. We're